Students, today topic is source of water. This is second unit. Source of water. Source of water, nothing but water comes from where? From selection of source of water. The source of water must and should select the basical of the following criteria. The point should be considered while selecting the site for the source of water for supply. Basically, location. Location means the source should be as near as possible to the town or city or nearest places to minimize or to reduce the cost of conveyance. Conveyance means water cost, water conveying cost. And another one is elevation of intake point. Elevation nothing but intake point must and should having some height, that is some reduced level. The reduced level of the intake point should be higher than that of the supply zone. Supply zone means water supplying area. So that the water can be flow by gravitational force or gravity. Otherwise, pumping unit. That means pumps should be laid. Pumping unit should be established for the conveyance of water from the intake point to the treatment plant with the help of pumps. It will be increase the cost of the scheme, that is elevation of intake point. Next, another most one is quantity of water. Quantity of water nothing but how much amount of water should be pumping or conveying. That is quantity of water. The source should be such that required quantity of water may be available throughout the year. That means how much amount of water should be pumping or conveying or throughout the year to meet the water demand. Next one, quality of water. One of the important one is quality. Quality means the cost of the cost of the treatment depends on the quality of water. The cost of the treatment depends on the quality of water. Too much treatment, the water quality is high, and less treatment, the water quality is poor. The cost of the treatment depends on the quality of water. Bad quality water requires excessive treatment and increase the cost. But the good quality requires less treatment and decrease the cost of the scheme. That is the quality of water. These are in source of water. And mainly source of water mainly comes from water surface sources and underground sources. What is meant by the surface sources and underground sources? Surface sources of water nothing but water is visible to us. And what is underground sources of water means the water is not visible to us. That is the difference between surface sources and underground sources. And first one, surface sources. Surface sources is again divided into rivers or stream sources, ponds or lake sources, and storage reservoir. These three types of surface sources very important to the conveyance of water to the consumers. Next, another one is underground sources. The source of water may be of underground sources, nothing but not visible to us. That is in mainly wells, springs, infiltration galleries, and infiltration wells point of view. These are in criteria of underground sources. Mainly rivers. Rivers are stream in the surface sources of water. River are streams. Rivers, the principal source of water supply is in a river. Some rivers are perennial. Perennial nothing but water is available continuously throughout the year. These are in the criteria of perennial rivers or perennial irrigation point of view. And some are not perennial or inundation irrigation. Sorry, irrigation means non-perennial or inundation. That means water is uh, available in particular situation is rainy season only, that is in non-perennial rivers. and perennial rivers should be always selected for this type of scheme. In case of inundation, rivers, barrage and weirs and low-level dams may be constructed to form a storage reservoir. Uh, to form a storage reservoir from where water is drawn into the intake works. And another most one is the quantity of water from the rivers may be reliable. Reliable means trusting nothing but throughout the water is pumping, that is quantity of water, but the quality may not be reliable. Quality means surface sources water, that means uh, that one is some water is polluted means human consumption of a purpose point of view. The purpose nothing but washing clothes and cleaning vehicles and buffaloes and etc etc. These are the quality may not be reliable. And next one, streams. The streams are suitable for small water supply scheme. That quantity of water may not be sufficient. So that is a river or stream. Some of the images, river and streams. And next one, pond or lake. These are also surface sources of water. That one is the natural or artificial depression where surface runoff is collected, where natural or artificial, either pond or lake, either natural and also artificial, and collected in rainy season are known as ponds or lakes, and the catchment area of the source is small and the quantity of water is not reliable. When point of view pond or lake, the requirement amount of quantity of water is not reliable, but the quality is reliable and it requires a little treatment before use. This source is suitable for small supply of water schemes. That is a pond or lake. This is small amount of small catchment area, so huge amount of water not available. That's why we are using small scale of water supply schemes point of view. Next one, some of the images for the pond and lake. In the image, water amount is less, that is not required for the huge amount of population. Next one, storage reservoir means nothing but water dam. That one is a storage of water. An artificial lake, which is formed by constructing dam across a river valley, is termed as storage reservoir. The functioning of such reservoir may be multi-purpose. Multi-purpose means different types of usages like irrigation point of view, water supply point of view, electric power generation point of view, fishery point of view, and etc. These type of multi-purpose criteria. This is in storage reservoir. The quantity and quality are both reliable. So this source is always preferred for large water supply projects. That is storage reservoir. One of the images storage reservoir. These are in surface source of water when the water is visible, clearly visible. Next one. Next one. Underground surface source water. When underground surface sources water is infiltration wells, infiltration galleries, and springs and wells point of view. When infiltration for tapping water from sandy river beds. Infiltration means most of the water in depth point of view in soil or in etc. The water is reliable. That one is quality is reliable. So for tapping water from sandy riverbeds, the infiltration well are sunken series. Sunken series nothing but of position in sandy riverbeds. These are constructed a brick masonry with open joints. The water percolates through these joints and gets collected into the well. That is in huge amount of water. The quality of water is good and it requires no treatment. Clear? And underground water is quality is okay. Much treatment is not needed. The quantity of water from this source is suitable for small water supply schemes. That is in the infiltration wells. Infiltration wells. Next one, infiltration galleries. For tapping water from sandy riverbeds, sometimes horizontal tunnels are constructed into the beds. These are one of the example for the underground surface sources point of view. The perforated pipelines are connected to the tunnel through which the water gets collected inside the tunnel. In sandy river beds, and water is comes from in the beds collected into the tank, and water gets collected inside the tunnel. This tunnel is known as infiltration gallery. One of the image is this one. This one is tunnel, and this one is a perforated pipe or plate something here. And the quality of water is good and requires no treatment, and the quality of water from this source is suitable for small water supply schemes. The slope of the gallery is such the water inside the gallery flows towards a well which is known as sump well. That is it, sump well. Another one is springs. Water comes from the underground, nothing but when the underground water reappears at the ground surface by percolation or by underground pressure. That is known as springs. When the water comes from the underground to the layers or beds percolating or some pressure, that is known as springs. The water of the spring may contain some types of salts or minerals, so it should be tested before use. If required, the water should be treated to make it suitable for drinking or not. And this source is suitable for water supply in hilly town. Clear? And one of the image is springs. The water is comes from below the layers. These are the examples. That one is springs examples. Next one is wells. One of the type in underground source of water in is wells. Well, an artificial hole made into the ground for tapping underground water is known as well. When the water collecting from the underground and amount of some depth is known as well. And these were also two types. That one is open well and tube well. Open well and tube well. Open well nothing but this one. Tube well is, these are the different criterias. And open well. An open well is constructed by digging the earth. Digging the earth means remove the earth from some amount of depth. Its diameter varies from 1 meter to 2 meters. Diameter only. And the depth varies. Depth means underground depth. That one is 10 meters to 20 meters. This well may be lined. That one is open well, diameter 1 meter to 2 meters. These are the diameter. This one is diameter of the well. Diameter. That one is 1 meter to 2 meter. And next, depth varies from 10 meter to 20 meters. In surface to some amount, 20 meters, 10 meters to 20 meters, digging earth or soil. This well may be lined or unlined. The line open well is constructed loose soil. The lining may be provided for the brick masonry, stone masonry, precast RCC, ring, earthware ring. And the unlined open well is constructed hard soil and hilly area. And open well is in the construction point of view, the wells are constructed either using hard soil or in that bricks, concrete, masonry, or in that different two types of construction procedures. That one is in open wells. Next one is tube wells. Tube wells. The tube well is consists of tubes, nothing but pipes. GI pipes of diameter varying from 3.75 centimeters to the 15 centimeters diameter, and the length varies from 7 to 8 meters. This one is, for example, this one is tube wells, and this one is diameter, this one is depth. Clear? Example, basic example. 7 to 8 meters. The tube well is sunk into the ground by boring. The pipes are jointed by sockets. It penetrates the number of water-bearing strata which are sandwiched between the impervious layers. The tube well may be shallow or deep. The depth of shallow tube well varies from 30 meters to 40 meters, and the depth of deep tube well varies from 200 to 300 meters. This is the depth of tube wells. Tube wells nothing but in cases water not available in particular areas, different types of tube wells is used to collect the water from the underground sources. This one is power operated deep tube well. When using the pumps collecting water from this area, and manually operated deep tube well when same as deep tube well with the help of a hand pump, same like that. This one is normal depth, that one is basically 10 to 15 meters. These are the examples of tube wells. Clear? Thank you.